Alright guys, welcome back to week 7 of the trading combine. So this week was a bit shorter. I was only able to trade about 3 days this week, since Thursday was mourning day for one of the founders, I think. And then Friday I was actually flying back to my country for the holidays. And I'm going to be staying there for about a week, so next week there won't be a trading recap, but I'll still try to post small vids like backtesting while I'm there. But the quality won't be as great since I don't have my original setup and everything. But yeah, it was a pretty quick week this week, so with lots of learning as well, so I'll just get straight into it. So I realized midway through the session I was just recording a black screen, so my bad guys if it's a little bit off, but it's my fault. But yeah, during pre-market, price was on the side there was internal buy-side liquidity, and as soon as market opened, we swept out the pre-market high and created equal lows on the low time frame. The low time frame equal lows and LRLs to the south side will be good confluences for a bearish bias. I'm aiming to keep an open mind this week, and since I established some key levels that I wanted to see a reaction off of, I was now just on the low time and just waiting for the imbalances to form. And there were imbalances on the 5 minute, which I was watching, but the main thing was that the bias was remaining clear. We got some news at 1:45 AM today for final services PMI, but that didn't really do much but push price up further. And I still just waiting for price to start their reversal, though in the end price just continued going up without much power, so I decided that I'll just stop there for today. And yeah, looking back, I did get a lot of things wrong tonight. Not necessarily taking a loss, but since I did learn more about the importance of keeping an open mind, but I did miss out on quite a few confluences that told us about the bullish context, like price coming down to create equal lows, failing to break past that level. I mean, I still expected price to target the BPR, which it did, and that's also some bullish sentiment. And also AMD, with price being in accumulation during the pre-market, and that meant that manipulation would then follow during post-market, which is what happened. But yeah, there's also this 5 minute inverse fair value gap which got developed pretty early on, and it got retraced into the 1 minute time frame, and it was another confluence for longs, because it could have been the entry into the trade. So today I was just pretty much, I didn't hit the goal, and I just do think that a lot of that comes from just having overall thoughts at the start of the session. So now I'll just be listing key levels and aiming to keep an open mind around those areas, and also with what price is currently doing. But yeah, learned quite a bit today, so at least that's good. I'll just move on to tomorrow. Alright guys, so Tuesday, I don't know, I'll just get into it. So yeah, looking at prices doing currently at the time, I saw that price had tapped into the daily BPR multiple times and had failed to break past, and it wouldn't really make sense for price to continue higher, otherwise it breaking the trend. And if that was the case, then I'll try to catch the up move. Shorts would have been if price got a nice rejection off in the daily BPR, and I could take a market short after price forms a confirmation candle. And price on the low time frame had swept out internal liquidity and had retested it into the daily PDRE multiple times. So to me, what this seemed like was short, since price had also developed LRLs to the south side. As market opened, price ended up just plummeting down, sweeping out a bunch of low time frame LRLs, so now it's just waiting for a formation or confirmation. And now when the 15 minute candle was about to form, I saw that we were getting some buyers, and the price had created a really big wick to the sell side for the 15 minute candle that was about to form, making it so that even if it disrespected that fair value gap, the shorts play still wouldn't seem very like A+, as the nearest liquidity to grab was so far down. And the 15 minute fair value gap ended up getting disrespected, and price also developed this 5 minute fair value gap, which I was waiting to see how price would react off of. If we saw it disrespect into a retrace, we could possibly take longs up to the recent internal liquidity and the buy side LRLs, and if it didn't, however, price will seemingly just chop, and the latter seemed more likely since there was 2 AM news. And today there was 2 high impact news which I would wait to pass before taking a trade, and when news hit, price plummeted heavy, bringing us out of the accumulation range and sweeping out the internal south side liquidity. I noticed that I was trying to predict the market again today and trying to snipe a trade later on, and I decided instead I would try to go for the longs, which would have been the retracement into the imbalances where I would originally take that short that I was wanting to go for. I figured it was worth giving it a shot instead of watching candlesticks all night and just trying to predict the market, because I want to get better at reacting instead of predicting. And I was waiting for a pullback from price, and we did end up getting it, creating this 1 minute order block, which I decided to enter off of. And I used the 1 minute and sniped an entry within the imbalance on the 15-second with this BPR. But my mistake here was not waiting for confirmation on the higher time frame, since I would need that in order for my trade to run smoothly. Otherwise, I'd probably get stopped out like today. Yeah, so I ended off today with minus $165, so bringing the total PNL to minus 586. Yeah, sorry, the PNL's kind of glitched right now. Now, today was really fucked up because I really was not feeling it today. I don't even know what's like the problem. Like, maybe it's the late nights every day, maybe it's just me being a dumbass. Either way, I'm not really like feeling it this week. But yeah, I really was thinking today that it would work really well, since usually I would like ignore the retracement and just go for the trade that would occur after the retracement, which would happen after I go to bed, so I just wouldn't take a trade. So I thought that if I took the retracement instead, be more in the moment and be looking out more at what market is currently giving me right now. But during pre-market and a little into market open, I got confirmation for a bearish trade with the prices running lower and disrespecting the original 15-minute fair value gap and the 5-minute imbalances that formed later on. But since there was news, I ended up not trading it, and I missed that entire move down. And I have been noticing that depending on the type of news, it'll have different impact. Like unemployment claims, that one hits like a motherfucker. So does CPI and PPI. But today with PMI, that type of news doesn't hit as hard, and usually just pushes the trend forward. And it doesn't really have any crazy wicks either, like FOMC and CPI either. So you know, I could possibly trade that. You know, so depending on news next time, maybe I could consider taking a trade like today. And I know that a lot of people say not to trade news, and it is true. It's more risky. I feel like that I've gotten a large enough sample size where I can just distinguish which news are more hard hitting and which ones aren't. But yeah, I'll see if I'm feeling it more tomorrow. Sleeping late every night is just really fucking me over, you know. Yeah, I'm especially envious of like other traders who can wake up early to trade instead of staying up. You know, some people may prefer staying up, but personally, you know, I'd like to get a good night's rest, kind of reset my brain, be all nice and refreshed and ready for a trade in the morning. I'll play the hand I was dealt. You know, there's no other way past it. If I want to improve the conditions I got right now. But yeah, today was pretty long, so sorry about the yap session, guys. Alright, so overall thoughts right now is that I wanted to wait to see what would happen. I did expect price to move down since on the higher time frame, price just bounced out the daily VPR, so to respect, and it looked as if it could sweep the daily low. And on the low time frame, I saw these imbalances here that would have been my key levels. I wanted to see what price would do at these levels and decide what to do off of that for entering into a trade. And I was leaning more bearish though, since there was high time frame context backing up that trade as well, plus some confluences. And I was looking at this trade here where price was currently retracing down to the low time frame imbalances to fill up before moving down, and I was considering entering here since I had pretty high confidence, and price failed to sweep the pre-market low, so that's a confluence. If price respects these low time frame imbalances, and it will be more confirmation for the trade since the high time frame imbalances as well been established to be respected. But yeah, I ended up waiting too long and price ended up just running without me, and the trade ended up popping off and hitting the final TV, which would have been a 2.88 hour trade. And I feel like I should just trust my gut more with this trade, especially like today, since I was pretty confident in it. But I wanted to wait for extra confirmation when the confirmation of the trade was already given, and I was too greedy with just being patient, if that makes sense. And if you notice these past week, like, I haven't traded much, and I thought that maybe it was like the right thing to do, you know, just like being patient and like not taking all these like shit trades, you know. But for me, it's to the point where like I could just straight up not take a trade for weeks, and that's not really great since I don't get the experience to grow pretty much. And yeah, I feel like I should be trading more, because then I can have a larger sample size to grow off of, you know. And that's how I can improve faster, so I can be profitable, I guess, sooner. Yeah, but yeah, that's my thoughts today. This week has been fucking me over low-key, but yeah, we roll with it, bro. I just gotta keep grinding. Alright guys, so like we said in the intro, Thursday doesn't exist because it is morning day for disco. So yeah, that puts an end to this week since I'm flying tomorrow. Yeah, I'm flying in like a few hours. So yeah, let's just get into this week's trade recap. This week was like absolutely wonderful. Like, I took one trade this entire week and it was a loser, and the one trade that was what really made me think that I should experiment with being more aggressive with my entries, not rushing into trades necessarily or entering with hopes and dreams. I'm still gonna enter with like context and like confluences backing up the trade, but I would like in the future I would try to like trust my gut more and take trades instead of like not hesitating when taking trades, and just like not being unconfident as well, just like having confidence in myself and my own ability. And yeah, also knowing when confirmation was given and judging my entry off of that. And yeah, I'm going to be doing another reflection overall while I'm on the plane probably as well, since I feel like I've been slacking recently, you know, just not performing the best and not giving it listening session maybe, or if not then maybe the following week for another trade recap. But thank you guys for watching, see you guys later.